Hello everyone. So today we're going to do a quick tutorial on how to do a logo. So Mr. Park is wanting to have this logo made into a 3D print with some text on the other side using a multicolored Bambu Lab printer. So that's what we're going to be working with. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this, and I'm not sure. This one up here, Project Salvador, I'm not sure this is a beta thing, so it may only be available if you have like a commercial license for Fusion, or you might be able to buy it like as an add-on. But we'll go over that really quick. So the first thing you want to do is import your image as a canvas. Now this doesn't need to be an SVG. I think this can be just any image file. You just want to, I have a line here for scale, 75 millimeters, so it's roughly 3 inches wide. And draw your line there for scale, and then import your canvas, scale it, it's roughly the same size as that line. And then, so for Project Salvador, just as an example, you select that, the generate sketch beta, and it will try to automatically generate a sketch around this. Now, it works best with like really distinct black and white lines. Like I was trying to explain to the Park, this is kind of a blurry image and it's not really ideal for this, but it can still work. Like you see, it gives you a general outline, and you can go in, edit sketch, and then you can throw some splines in here, or whatever you got to do to polish it up, right? So you just go through and trace all the lines you need to. So if you don't have access to that feature, then the other way you can do it is just by importing an SVG, which I would still recommend you import the canvas first, because even as an SVG, this is a little messy. And I'll show you. Convertio.co. So this site will allow you to, you just basically choose your image file there, select vector and then SVG, right, and then hit convert. I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it, but Convertio.co is that website, so you can convert images to any file format you want. So if you're going to do this through an SVG, then you would just go insert SVG right under canvas. So insert SVG from computer, and then you would select your logo here. Select your plane, and then you just have to kind of play around with it and kind of scale it up to where you need it to be. Not quite as convenient, but it's doable. But you get the idea. You'll have to kind of scale this to sort of match your canvas image, and then you'll, once you place that, it's gonna drop your SVG as a sketch, right? And then you just go in there, same thing. Already in the sketch. So yeah, same thing. You would just go and then trace around your canvas image to complete the rest of it. Which again, I've already done all that, and I also went in, erased the text and added cleaner text. It's not perfectly you know, it's, you could probably go in here. Well, let me disappear my canvas here so I can click on what I need. Okay. So you could go in here and space it out a little, whatever you need to do. But generally, yeah, that looks a little bit better. So anyway, I already went in and did the Project Salvador sketch and then completed it with my own sketches, which, you know, I think I did a decent job. Looks pretty close. So once you do that, whether you do the Project Salvador or SVG, then you're going to you'll basically select all of it like that, and then you're going to hit extrude, which I've already done, but I just want to show you how to select all that. I can get my marker over here. So then you've got to extrude, and then you're going to basically, I've already done this too, so I'm only just going to give you a quick example, but you're going to take, say, into each separate color, you know, so take all the red parts and you'll take all these red parts and you'll set these at a specific layer height, right? So you maybe do negative 0.06. It's just barely enough to get the software to recognize it as a separate layer, right? And then you would do another extrude for, say, all the black. I think that's all the black. Yeah, right here. So then you would say select all the black. There we go. Select all the black, and then you would say go negative 0.04. So 0.06, 0.04. So each color on a slightly separate layer. You know, like, it's just enough for the software to recognize the lines, right? So when you import that into the slicer is going to recognize those as separate layers. So you can take your painting tool, the fill, and just paint everything the colors it needs to be. But then when you go and slice it, you put this face down on the plate, and it's going to, the printer's not going to recognize those as separate lines. It's just going to print everything on the same layer. So you'll end up with a really nice, clean, multicolor first layer graphic. I've already done those two. I've already done all of it, actually. So then there's the text that you want on the back. You just create a new sketch, throw your text on there. In case you don't know how to do that, you can just create a sketch and hit text right there. But yeah. So you've got your text on the back, and you've got this here. Like I said, if you have a really clean image and it's all black and white, it's, you know, really distinct lines. This Project Salvador up here, I mean, it can actually do a really good job if you have a good clean image, and it can make things really, really fast. It's a great tool. I love using it. But anyway, so that's basically it. And then you would, sorry, I'm printing something for a customer. Let's see here. You just import it, and I've just got some basic colors here that we'll just use. Right, so then do your different colors here. I don't remember exactly what all the colors were, but just, yeah. So you can see it's just enough of a layer difference for the slicer to recognize these lines, so you can paint it really easily. Correct. You just want to make sure that each color is on a different layer height, no matter how small that layer height is. I mean, your printer's not going to really register anything below, like, probably, you know, negative 0.1 or something. I just make them as small a difference as possible. That's the way I like to do it. I always use like a 0.0 something. But yeah, then you would face this down on the bed. Oh, I guess we forgot to paint the back here. Do the back in red or something. And of course, we, you know, some things we could have done to clean this model up a little bit more, but this is generally decent. Good example anyway. Now we go down to our first layer graphic, and everything's on the same layer, and you get a nice clean first layer graphic. So that's about it. I hope that helps. Hope this model's fairly decent, something you can at least work with. I'll send you the files, and yeah, I guess that's it.